beginning, there was God.
Since 1889, Christ Church has been the spiritual home to generations of the faithful, of seekers of a new method of worship, of casual visitors, and of the curious. They all shared a common experience in this most welcoming of spaces. They were and are welcomed. They were and are respected. They were and are honored for their individual beliefs. No matter how or why they came to us, they've all been a joy to meet. And we as a congregation have been blessed by knowing all who come through our doors.
Are we unique? We certainly think so. Why? We at Christ Church are both as individual and as unique as one body with many members, and yet we each belong to the others as well. We are straight and gay, single and partnered, childless and with children, wounded and healing, artists and analytics, young and young at heart, cradle Episcopalians and sojourners from other denominations, unique and united. We are at the very core of that definition of a body best described in Romans. Just as each of us has one body with many members, and these many members do not all have the same function, so in Christ we who are many form one body, and each member belongs to all the others.
When parishioners describe Christ Church and its people, personal characteristics dominate the conversation. When asked to describe our parish community, members most often use the terms creative and artistic.
Diverse, welcoming, and accepting are benchmarks for all of us. We don't just mouth the words, we believe them.
We have a tremendous sense of joy in fellowship and commitment to loving our neighbor. We have an abundant sense of hospitality and a great capacity for enjoying God's gifts. It is a place where any event, a fundraiser, a work day, a parish meeting, often feels like a celebration.
We are a caring, sharing faith community whose life together is centered in our corporate worship. No one is an outcast or a stranger. Celebrating liturgy is the focus of our gatherings. The rich heritage of liturgy and worship is at the heart of our life in common.
We are, of course, also devoted to the musical elements in our worship. And that, too, is rooted within the entire liturgical action, where our parish tradition and our church space center our lives.
We take such pride in our spaces. No matter when we approach Christ Church from any angle, we find our breath catching as we behold the church itself, the majestic cross, the beauty of Trinity House, the dignified entrance to Trinity Chapel. Can any of us actually count the number of good times we have enjoyed in Wells Hall, or the hours of good camaraderie and good fun cooking together in the kitchen?
And who can sit in Trinity Chapel and not be focused towards God in that refuge of peace and quiet solitude?
Have you noticed how we all puff up like pouter pigeons when our children and youth lead a liturgical procession on special holy days? In those moments, we all become their mothers and fathers, their grandparents, their aunts and uncles. We claim them as ours. How proud we are of all of them and of the things they do. The pancake supper, the talent show, the occasional presentations at the altar. Don't our spirits soar when those same young people pick up a musical instrument and join David and our choir?
Would any of us want to consider Christ Church without the artistry, the dedication, and the skill of David Dahl? Certainly not. And Do we feel bereft in the summer months when our splendid all-volunteer choir takes a well-deserved rest? Of course, and we grudgingly allow them that rest. How good of us. We have enormous pride in David and in the choir, and we delight in possessing some of the most remarkable instruments of their kind available today. Can we even count our blessings when we hear the magnificent Brumbaugh organ? No. And do we get a rush of joy when our 1928 Steinway Grand is played? Absolutely.
Who among us will ever forget the spectacular photography by Patty Moore, the marvelous cloisonne by Jean Tudor, the almost breathtaking Antipendia by Ron Fields? No one. We are blessed beyond belief by their talents and their willingness to share their artistry. Christ Church has a long history of celebration and hospitality. We have a rich parish life. We have ministries to serve all our needs: worship, outreach, kitchen witches, pastoral care, home Eucharistic visitors, communications. We cherish them. We honor and seek to preserve our sacred places. We enjoy our solidarity. We find comfort in our liturgy and strength in our commitment to God. We give thanks for our leadership and praise to our priest. We are proud of what has been created for us.
As we walk into the sanctuary, we're immediately struck by the majesty of our altar cross, as it hangs almost ethereally above us. And we know that God is looking over us and protecting us.
We at Christ Church do not function in a vacuum. We acknowledge our past and think of our future. We have not always had a tranquil existence, and the path has not always been strewn with roses. Our faith has sustained us in the times of need and of want. That faith and our belief in ourselves and in God have kept us moving forward. Now we have a responsibility. Our predecessors have given us a priceless legacy. It is not only our duty to preserve it for the next generation, it is our obligation.
Do we need more room, more bricks and mortar? No. Thanks to us and those who preceded us, we are blessed with wonderful, inspiring places from which to minister. We must improve on what we have to keep it fully functioning as a sacred place for those who come after us, the next generations.